First Corinthians 14. First Corinthians 14. Now, a lot of people keep trying to justify speaking in tongues when I keep telling them that it's the Kundalini spirit. Yahya said to speak in different languages as a gift, also as translating languages as a gift. You know, there's one gift that I have when it comes to our language, so which is Lashan language, or language of Yah, Lashanaya. So, all right, follow after Yahya's love, Ahaba, and also earnestly desire his Rayach, other gifts, especially that you may preach effectively. Note that he who speaks in a spiritual language speaks not to men, but to Almighty loving Yah of all creation. For no one understands it but in his Rayach. All right? But he who preaches should speak to all Adam, all men, all people of Yah, and do so for their edification, exhortation, and consolation. He who speaks in another language, not tongue, edifies himself, but he who preaches shall address all the covenant family in Yah, which means creator. Now, I desire to have you all speak with other languages, but even more so that you will preach. For he is greater who preaches than he who speaks with other languages, unless he interprets it, that the covenant family in Yah may be built up. But now, brothers, if I come to you speaking with other languages, what would I profit you, unless I speak to you either by way of revelation, or of knowledge, or preaching, or of a teaching? Even things without life, given a voice like a pipe or a harp, if they did not give distant notes, how would it be known what is piped or harped? For if the trumpet gave an unrecognizable sound, who would prepare himself even for war? So also you, unless you uttered by the tongue's word, unless you uttered by the tongue words easy to understand, how would it be known what is spoken? For you would be speaking as into the air. Is it not that there are so many kinds of sounds in the world, and many of them are without meaning? If then you do not know the meaning of this sound, I would be to him who speaks a wandering unbeliever, and he who speaks would be a visiting unbeliever to me. So also you, since you are zealous for Rayach gifts, spiritual gifts, seek that you may abound to the building up of the covenant family in Yah Kahal. Therefore let him who speaks in another language pray that he may interpret. For if I pray in another language, my spirit prays, but my understanding is unproductive. What is it then? I will pray in his Rayach, in his spirit, and I will pray with my understanding also. I will sing in his Rayach, and I will sing with the understanding also. Otherwise, if you worship in only his Rayach, how will he who fills the place of the not yet disciplined say, Amaniyah, we believe in Yah, at your end and giving of thanks, seeing he does not know what you say? For you most assuredly give thanks well, but the other people are not built. I thank my almighty loving Yah of all creation. I speak with other languages more than you all. However, for the covenant family in Yah Kahal, and the assembly, the body of Yah, how I would rather speak 5 understood words, that I might instruct the others, than 10,000 words in foreign languages. Brothers, do not be children in your thinking, yet in malice be as babies, but in your thinking be mature. In the word it is written, by men of strange languages, and by the lips of the translator, I will have to speak to this people, but not even then will most listen to me, says the master. And what's that? Yeshaya 28, Isaiah 28, 11 and 12. Oh, therefore other languages are for a sign, not to those who believe, but to the unbelieving. But preaching is for a sign, not to the unbelieving, but to those who believe. If therefore your whole covenant family in Yah assemble together, and all speak with other languages, and pre-disciple or unbelieving people come in, will not they say that you appear crazy? But if all who speak teach in your common language, and someone unbelieving or pre-disciple comes in, he is taught by all, and he is convicted by all who speak. And thus the hidden sins of his heart are revealed. So he will fall down on his face and worship Almighty loving Yah of all creation, declaring that Almighty loving Yah is among you indeed. What is it then, brothers? When you come together, each one of you has a psalm, has a teaching, has a revelation, has another language, has an interpretation, like interpreting. Let all things be done to build each other up. If any man speaks in another language, let it be only two, or at the most three, and let them speak in turn, and let one interpret. But if there is no interpreter, let him keep silent in the covenant family, and Yah Kahal, the body of Yah, and let him speak to our Yah of all creation alone. Let 2 or 3 Nabayah, prophets of Yah, let 2 or 3 Nabayah, prophets of Yah, speak, and let the others discern the truth in their teaching. But if a revelation of Yah, which is Chazayah, is actually Chazayah, is being given by an elder, let all the other speakers keep silent until he is finished speaking. Do not interrupt him, for you all can testify one by one, that all may learn and all may be exhorted. The spirit of the prophet Nabayah is subject to the prophet, for Almighty loving Yah of all creation is not an Almighty Salachia, Al, of confusion, but of order. Let me read that again. The spirit of the prophet, the Nabayah, is subject to the prophet. So if you have the spirit of a prophet on you, and especially through your works, your mind and your spirit, your heart, and you live that out every day, the spirit of a prophet is subject to the prophet. For Almighty loving Yah of all creation is not Almighty Al of confusion, but of order, as in all the covenant family and Yah assemblies of the covenant family. Let not your wives preach in the covenant family and Yah gatherings, unless it has been agreed by the elders for them to speak, and let them always be in subjection to their husbands, as the word teaches. If they desire to learn about a matter, let them ask their own husbands in private, for it is shameful for a woman to chatter aimlessly in the covenant family and Yah services. Now, let me break that down too. It don't mean women can't minister. You feel what I'm saying? It means women can't just be bad talking, gossiping, and judging everybody and having authority over people. You feel what I'm saying? All right. Now, is it for you to decide what to preach and teach? Was it from you that the word Almighty loving Yah of all creation first went forth, or did Yahweh speak his word to you alone? If any man thinks himself to be a Nabiah, a prophet of Yah, or even a spiritual leader, let him recognize the things which I write to you, that they, like all other teachings, are under the words of Yahweh, our master, Yahweh Shah. But if anyone desires to be ignorant, let him remain ignorant. Therefore, brothers, desire earnestly to prophesy, and do not forbid speaking with other languages, not speaking in tongues, the Kundalini spirit, the snake spirit. Speaking in other languages is logical. Let all things be done decently and in order. Shalom Mashiach.